In other news, 28-year-old adult film star Cameron Bay's health has brought the porn industry to a halt after it was revealed this week that she tested positive for HIV. Bay has come forward to confirm her diagnosis, which prompted a moratorium on the making of pornography in California. Filming will be on hold until an STD oversight group for adult performers tests all of the partners they had since 2 weeks before her last negative test. Now, it has only been confirmed that Xander Corvus, who Bay shot her last movie with, had unprotected sex only weeks later with Sydney Leathers during the filming of their adult movie about Anthony Weiner. Leathers has been in the news recently after it was revealed that she was Anthony Weiner's latest sexting partner. Leathers has released a statement saying that she has been tested and retested for HIV, and the results have been negative. Here to discuss how the porn industry is responding to these revelations is adult film performer Chanel Preston. Chanel, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Now, what does Wednesday's news for the adult porn industry and Cameron Bell being diagnosed with HIV mean for the industry as a whole?
Well, I mean, it just means we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. I think that a lot of people try to make us responsible for what the performers do outside of the industry, but the reality is we can only be responsible for the protocols that we put in place when they come into the industry to keep our performers safe, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Now, you've said in other interviews, actually one here on our network, that you think female performers in your industry are usually weary about sleeping with people outside of the porn industry because of how infrequently non-porn stars are tested for disease. Do you believe that Cameron Bay felt the same way as you do?
Well, I don't know Cameron Bay, and unless this was forced upon her, I'm going to assume she doesn't feel the same way as me. However, I stand behind what I said before, and I feel that a majority of the porn stars are cautious of who they sleep with. So just because one person isn't, shouldn't set the standard for everybody else.
Now, what measures are currently in place to protect people from contracting STIs on set?
Currently, the standard is every 2 weeks we get a full panel test. And then performers can also set their own standard. They can say, oh, I want performers to be tested 5 days before, a week before, and some performers do use condoms.
Now, for how long will the porn industry be on hiatus?
The protocol is to obviously test Cameron Bay, and then anyone who's had contact with her will be tested, and until they are cleared, we will not be shooting.
Now, we often hear about the porn industry being on high alert, if you will, following a positive test result from a sexually transmitted disease. In your experience in the industry, how frequently would you say this has happened?
I've been in the industry for 3.5 years. And twice someone has tested positive for HIV. However, both of those times, the HIV was not contracted on set. It was outside of work. So a lot of people look at our industry and go, oh, my God, twice someone's gotten HIV. But the reality is they should look at it and go, oh, that's great. Only 2 people have tested for HIV, because that's what the test is there for. For people coming in, we test them, and it hasn't spread at all. So what we're doing is working.
Would you say that you are still weary about having unprotected sex with people outside of the industry?
Yes.
Will you continue to stay that way?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you want to continue to stay that way? Do you like to kind of only have sex with people in the industry, given particularly what's happened this week?
Yes, because I think anytime anyone, no matter if you're in the industry or not, anytime you choose to be sexually active, you're taking a risk. So just because someone is putting money in my hand to have sex doesn't make that more dangerous. And because we take extra precautions, it actually makes it less dangerous. So yes, I feel safe having sex within the industry, and I don't feel safe having unprotected sex outside of the industry.
Now, it's been reported that Cameron Bay had unprotected sex with actor Xander Corvus in Weiner and Me. He plays Anthony Weiner, who then had sex with Sydney Leathers. Have you spoken with any of these people, and if so, how are they reacting to these revelations?
I haven't spoke with either of them, so I can't speak for either of them.
Now, you kind of touched on this before, but are you scared to go back to work?
No, I'm not. I really do believe in our testing system, and I'm not afraid to go back to work.
And you think the industry will be sound despite all this?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. We really appreciate you speaking with us. That was adult film performer Chanel Preston.
Thank you.